into tanks, or 4 more racks if he is going mass marine. And that's basically everything I need to do. And then I get third base before 13 minutes. When third is down, add on 1 more engineering bay. I get that engineering bay when I can afford it. I don't have that in my plan. I just know that I need to get an engineering bay before when I get my expansion out. Because you saw the timing, I put that sensor tower out. That's around 10 minutes. 1 more engineering bay and
do you usually get sensor towers?
Yep. There's no point in not doing it. You saw how good it was, because you couldn't drop me inside my base. I would see it and I would stop it.
Yeah, that's why I travel across the map.
You see, the reason why I get the sensor tower is because I have all my marines outside your base or very close to your base. Because if you drop me, you're gonna do a lot of damage. So I need to stop you from dropping me, and that's why I put the sensor tower there. That's a part of my build. If you get a starport, I'm getting a sensor tower. And this is my game plan. And you see, in my game plan I have my first expansion and my second expansion. That's in the plan. Also, I have what building structure I want.
Yeah.
Like 1 barracks first, then I have 3 barracks, and then and a factory and a starport, and then I add on double gas on my expansion, and then I get either 2 more factories or 4 more barracks, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
And basically, that's all you need to decide. So if you wanted to go for a 1-1-1 expand build, there are many ways you can go for. Like, like, do you think that the Reaper expand feels unsafe? Like, do you think it's a bad idea to do it?
Well, I'm not very good in microing skills, so I think I will have some defending problems with these.
Yeah, okay. I honestly don't think so. I honestly don't think so. But let's go back to the replay, because you still have. I am at, as I said, 6 minutes and 52 seconds. I don't know, where are you at?
Yeah, okay, I'm 6 minutes and 59 seconds.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you know when I'm getting close to 6 minutes and 59. Hang on. Okay, and we can press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see that you are getting 2 bunkers, even though I fast expanded. You saw my expansion, so that's a pretty bad decision already. Do you agree? Also, you're not mining gas, so that's obviously a big problem. And instead of expanding, you're putting down 2 more barracks. You can only support 3 production facilities per base. That's basically like the rule. I get my okay. I actually put that in the wrong. Okay, I'm going to rewrite that game plan for you. I'm not, because you're not going to use that now. But basically, I put down my 2 extra factories when I get my third. So I get my third pretty early. And if you feel unsafe like this, you just need to get siege tech. You get siege tech as soon as you can, and then you're going to be fine. 2 siege tanks, and as you can see, you're getting it. So that's not a problem. And it's really important that you keep making SCVs all the time. It's so important.
Yeah.
That is like super big deal.
Research.
Well, against a Marine Rush, do you think that 1 bunker is enough to defend?
Yeah.
So two is overkill, right?
Like, if your opponent, if you see that he's not going for an expansion, and you know he's going for only marines, you won't have time to get siege tech out before he attacks. So you want to get a bunker out and 3 SCVs that are standing by that bunker on auto repair, so they can repair that bunker. And 4 marines in 1 bunker being repaired is enough to hold off like infinity, seriously infinity, and marines without stem. The bunker is so good in TvT, as long as he doesn't go for siege tanks himself. And I know that in TvT, especially in the lower leagues, most players go for like tanks, both go for tanks, and then you just hope you win with the first push.
No, I'm not a fan of that.
No, but many players are like that.
Yeah.
And as you can see now, you are so safe. I could never kill you, even though I am 27 supply ahead of you.
Yeah.
And it's important to note that that you are so safe, but still you are investing in defense. I know it's really hard to find out when you are safe and when you're not safe, but just getting that knowledge is very important. Now that drop you have there is sort of, it's okay, but it's gonna reach my base so late that it's not gonna make any difference. Like, as you can see, if we look at the income tab now, I'm at 47 SCVs, you had 24. That's a very, very big difference, in the mirror match especially.
Yeah.
And also, you have an engineering bay. What's the reason for you putting down that engineering bay?
Well, I was trying to make sure that I would be able to get some tunnels if need be.
Yeah, because I'm not
And I
gonna.
had some spare gas, so spare minerals. So
Yeah, but you should have
thought
spent
that
that on an
would be
expansion
wise to
instead.
spend it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
What?
should have spent that on an expansion instead. An expansion is so important. The quicker you get the expansion, the further you get ahead. If you look at me now, I went for a fast expand. Okay, you haven't been making SCVs all the time, but you'd be at around 40 SCVs now if you made them constantly. I'm at 55, and that's a huge difference. And you can see I'm not outside your base. You send one marine down. You would have enough time now to just send two marines down. No, all your siege tanks down. And you would have been just fine against anything I could attack you with. If I look at my camera now, I'm getting my third when you're putting down your expansion. And that's at a 12-minute mark, exactly, so that's when I get my third. And then I put down 2 more factories. It's important to get that in the right order. And then I put down one more engineering bay and an armory. So I don't rush for upgrades. But basically we don't need to watch the match anymore because you have 26 workers to my 60. So there is absolutely no way for you to win this game. I'm at 200 food when you are at 110 probably.
Yeah, right.
And reacting to drops, you just always pull all your workers away when you see a drop coming.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you noticed that I did that.
Well, I noticed it a little late.
And you're still very safe here. You can see you're not in any position to die. Because I was so sure you had an expansion that I wasn't expecting anything but you expanding or having one expansion or maybe even 2 at this point. So what I'm thinking is, what build should we go for? I quit the replay now. I need to find out what build you want to learn in TvT. In TvT, I really like the Reaper expand build. It is pretty safe, to be honest. Like, as long as you can execute it properly, it's a good build. And you want to learn. I think you want to learn expand build while you're at it.
Yeah, well, I really want to learn the Reaper build. I think I should change my approach to the game a little. So working on my macro will be more useful, I think.
Yeah, because I'm going to show you the build now in first person view, and then I'm going to let you do it afterwards, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to talk you through it now. And then I'm going to talk you through it once, and then you're gonna do it against a real player. I'm going to find you a Terran player that you can do it against. I'm just going to do it once now against the AI. I'm just going to show you what's important. And so I always hotkey my screen locations. You should do that, but like you don't. It's not very important. At least you want to hotkey your.
Well, I hotkey my command centers and double hit the hotkey, so I just turn to my base.
Yeah, exactly. I have F2 as my main base, F3 as my expansion, as F4 as my third base.
Yeah.
But that's, as I said, that's not very important for you to focus on. Just lock onto my cam. That's the best place to be. And I want to get my supply depot. As soon as I have 100 minerals, I just put it anywhere. I am not really too focused about where I put it, but usually I'll put it somewhere a bit more, like a bit better place. But it's not like very important. If you're not gonna wall off, you just put them wherever the hell you want. Just don't put them all the way in the corner of your base, because a banshee can snipe them then or something like that.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna get my barracks. I'm just looking at my minerals. Okay, I'm gonna pull my SV now. 140 minerals, 150. And I hotkey it immediately.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah.
Not enough
There you go.
minerals.
And then we're gonna scout him, obviously. So I'm gonna rally this worker to scout. It's not. You can just send the worker. Okay. Gas. Getting as soon as I can.
Not enough
At once I'm at 13 supply, it's really important just to have that opening really, really tight.
Yep.
And I'm at 14 workers, I'm gonna get one more. So I have my scout on hotkey number 1, and I have my orbital command or my command center on 5. And then I'm going to send 2 guys to gas immediately. It's really important. The only place I've been staring the entire time is at my base, because everything that's going on is going on here. Start my marine and start that orbital command upgrade. And now I'm looking at my scout. I'm going to go into his base and I'm going to just see if he has gas. Okay, no gas.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go back. I'm going to put a supply depot at my ramp, and I'm going to get a tech lab immediately after my first marine finishes. I'm going to put my marine all the way, halfway down the middle of the ramp,
upgrade.
and I'm going to hotkey him to 2. Because I wanted to be able to go to my marine as well.
Add-on.
And I'm going to go back to my scouting SCV. I'm going to see if I can have any possibility to see if he's getting gas. He should be getting gas now. Yep, he's getting gas. F2 and I just go back to my base. So I just pressed F2 and then on my SCV I could just right click on mineral patch immediately. Okay, now I'm just while that Reaper is building up, you'll see that I'll get minerals for an expansion. Pull one SCV
Not enough minerals.
and I'll just immediately include that to my hotkey group.
Not
And
enough minerals.
just keep making a marine after my my Reaper. As soon as I can, I'll have 100 minerals and 100 gas. I'm going to get stim immediately,
Yeah.
and I'm going to follow this up by getting 1 more barracks, a supply depot, and then I'm going to get one more barracks after that. So barracks, marine. Oh, I just lost my Reaper to a lot of marines. So he's not expanding, right?
Yes.
Now I'm going to need to get a bunker. There's no question about it. Because when he didn't expand and he's going at least 2 barracks, he's not going to just sit idly and watch me expanding like I want to. So obviously I'm going to need to build a bunker, and I'm getting my 3rd barracks now.
Not enough minerals.
And I have all my barracks hotkeyed and both my bases hotkeyed. And I'm just going to keep making marines now.
Okay.
And as soon as that orbital command that command center finishes, I'm going to convert it to orbital command. I'm just making marines, making sure that I'm not getting supply blocked. Now, since we know that our opponent is going to be aggressive, he has to be aggressive, so I'm expecting that. I'm going to build my factory right away, so while I'm still producing marines and SCVs and dropping mules. And when my factory has been started, I'm getting my 2nd gas. That's like your timing to get your 2nd gas.
Okay.
When you start your factory, you get your 2nd gas. I'm looking at my supply, it's good. Do I need to make 1 more supply depot? Yeah, I probably do. Yep, I need to make another supply depot immediately, so I'm going to make that.
Not enough minerals.
And as soon as I now have a siege tank and 2 guys on gas immediately right there, and I'm going to go straight for siege tanks now. I'm not going to mosey around and wait for that. You can see him coming now.
Yeah.
Research.
I'm just going to put my marines back a bit. How the hell can he see my base?
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't have the vision.
And I'm going to salvage that bunk in time. That bunk in time. And immediately after his attack fails, I take my expo.
Yeah.
And you can see now I'm floating a bit minerals.
Yes.
That's totally fine. You see,
Yeah.
I'm spending that on getting
It's
things
just
I need.
enough to get the Zijan
Complete.
Zishtan.
Yep,
Not enough minerals.
there you see. I got that going now. I'm going to check the saturation on my base. I have a bit too many workers here. And I'm going to get double gas in my expansion. And if we look now, I'm going to get that... now I'm producing
Not enough
SCVs.
minerals.
I have a nice saturation in my main.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a reactor on my starport just because I can't afford anything else.
Not enough
And you see my
minerals.
tank production is
Not
constant.
enough minerals.
Yes.
And I put 2 guys on gas immediately after it finishes on both.
Yeah, one of them has
Insufficient
fly.
gas.